walking straight from the yard to the gym to the gate. Yorkshire hearts, yeah. We say what we see. Crossroads boxing, where the fighters meet. Eric ERF in the van, gloves laced tight, graft on his hands, ready for the fights. DJ Spade on the pass, throwing jabs and hooks, building up plans with that fighter's look. Ricky hand off the tracks, footwork on point, back from the night shift in the ring, he'll join. Dan Thomas with the keys, unlocking the ring, ready to twist, let the bell start to ring. Hey! Crossroads boxing, no time for fiction. Hey! Yorkshire grit in every direction, step in the ring, feel a connection, fights. Crossroads boxing, that's our section.
Yo, what's up, Siege?
Huh? I like
How you
that,
doing, mate? How you doing,
good,
mate?
brother. How are you?
I'm
Very
good. I'm
good,
good. We might have Jack Gladman joining us in a little while. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but Jack might jump on. Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
Fantastic.
A lot going on in boxing at the moment. I just want to touch on the heavyweights today. Really, we'll touch on the weekends, a couple of weekends fights. Well, I just want to touch on heavyweights and what's going on with them. Before we get started into it, Jack says, "Hi, Eric. How's my replacement?" It's that CJ.
Well,
No.
I'll never live up to you, Jack, but you know, I'll be a good second best, put it that way.
Yeah, but before we get into it, CJ, as usual, we'll go to the D-Rock clothing promo.
Yo.
Yes. Yeah. So, this weekend just gone, we had Jazza Dickens defending his WBA title against Anto Kakachi. I don't know if you saw that fight, CJ. What did you make?
I did, mate. Yeah, I did. It was a good fight. Kakachi looked like he'd rolled back a few years, maybe. There were times where Jazza looked good in there as well, to be fair. I think everyone who knows boxing and everyone who loves boxing likes Jazza Dickens, don't they? He's just one of the heart and soul characters of boxing. He's got the worst broken nose I've ever seen in my life as well, hasn't he? By the way, it's so fucking horrific, isn't it?
It's just, it'll never be fixed. It'll just never be fixed.
Never. Kakachi, it maybe didn't live up to the fire that it could have done. There was a couple of times it looked like it could set a light. Kakachi didn't get his shots off as well as we've seen him to. And then there were moments where maybe Jazza was switching off. But I think the right decision. I did have Jazza up for a good part of it, and then I think Kakachi just slowly started pulling away.
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight. It wasn't really action packed. There was a lot of feints in that fight where there wasn't much action. I think Kakachi did well early, till the midway. I thought Jazza boxed quite well late on. And I don't think he was getting enough credit, especially from the commentators and clearly from the judges. He wasn't getting enough credit for it. I thought he was in there, especially late. I think from round 8, 9, 10. I thought he was really putting it on Kakachi. I don't think he got credit for that. The commentary seemed to really, because I don't know if it was because it was in Ireland. it was all about what Kakachi was doing.
Very
I found
biased,
it a
mate,
hard, I found it a hard listen to be honest with you. But Jack says he thought Jazza won. I didn't think Jazza won it. I think Kakachi did enough to win the fight myself, but a couple of the scorecards was a bit too wide, in my opinion. But all in all, Kakachi, like Indian Summer, they say he's what, 37 now, second world title. What does he do from here? I think he called out, or was it? Is it Navarrete?
I think it was Navarrete, mate. Yeah,
Navarrete called out. So there's that fight there. There's also, who else is there that division? Is a Raymond Ford fight? Is that 130? It's 130 this division, wasn't it? Raymond Ford.
Yeah.
He's fighting Oshaki Foster. I think that's been done. So yeah, I think unifying at 37, it makes all the sense in the world.
If you can go, it's like you say, how many miles are left on the clock, or what miles does he have on the clock, should you say? Because he isn't getting any younger. Certainly, Jazza looked aged in there, didn't he? So yeah, it was a good fight for them both at that stage. For Kakachi to then go on to face someone like Raymond Ford or someone like that in that division, I think there's going to be issues there. It's just one of them. He sells tickets. Obviously, that was in Ireland, wasn't it? So it was always going to be a massive thing, especially with Paddy's Day. Can he go on and do any more? I don't know, Ez. I don't know, to be fair, mate.
No. Jack says John O'Carroll called out Kakachi. John O'Carroll coming up also on that card. Really good win for him on that card.
Colin
I don't
Murphy,
know him. Yeah, I don't know. I think Kakachi, he's looking for a unification. He's looking for the big fight where if he does lose, he comes out of the game and he can retire. He's, well, like I said, 37 years old, going on to 38. We had Maxi Hughes, our own Maxi Hughes, moving up in weight. Late notice. I believe it was 2 weeks' notice. He took this fight, moving up in weight, fighting O'Leary. What did you make of it? It was a tough watch, obviously.
Yeah, it is a tough watch, mate. I've grown up. Maxi's been a bit of an hero of mine. Met him loads of times. I've even had the pleasure of doing some pads with him at Freedom. And you know, truthfully, in the interviews before and after, he said how it was a good offer. He couldn't not take it. I've just thought, did you need to take it? On short notice, stepping up a weight, dangerous fighter, young, hungry fighter. It was just them body shots, mate, wasn't it? They broke him, battered him. He couldn't take it. Papa Sean did the right thing because Maxi, as most of our favourite fighters, would have never stopped, until he were either knocked unconscious or he had ribs broke. Do you think Maxi's coming to the end now, mate?
Yeah, I think Maxi is at the end. To be honest with you, I had Maxi at the end a few years back. I remember thinking, I think Maxi might be at the end, and he came back and proved himself. I think he was really, really unlucky in the George Kambosos fight because I believe he won that fight. Didn't get the decision. And Maxi, I like Maxi. I like him as a person. I like how he is. I think as a boxer, he's very good. Is there many big fights left for him? I don't know. I'm not sure. 135 is clearly the division he needs to be at if he's going to carry on. I'd say 140 clearly just proved a touch too much with the weight. The late notice at that replica to when Padley took the short notice against Shakur. Those body shots when you've not been training properly. Although you are in the gym, you're not fight ready. you're taking those fights. The body shots is always the ones that's going to kill you, really.
Yeah, of course.
So it'll be a tough loss to take for Maxi. He has a bit of healing to do. Once he's healed up, I'm sure he'll come back. I don't believe he will finish on this. I'm sure he'll come back down to 135. I'm trying to think at British level, European level, who there is he can get in there with. But Maxi's still got the ability. I think at 135, British European level for sure he can get that, and he's got a name. So those 135 pounders who are at world level might give him a call if he comes out and has a good performance, because Max is a good name. He's done a lot in the sport so far.
I think Jack Gladman's comment then, of Wood talked going to 135. So Maxi versus Wood is a good shout. Both in the twilight, absolutely. Obviously, Lee Wood's got a bit more going for him at the minute with that win over Warrington, and he did look well, even though it was a very defeated Warrington. Also,
is Sean O'Hagan again in the corner of Maxi, so he can try and get revenge for Josh. There's a little bit of a storyline there. I think Maxi and Lee Wood has a decent enough names, especially in British boxing, where he can do in the Nottingham Arena or thing, because I believe Lee Wood would back himself in that fight. So that Nottingham fight he's been looking for. If Maxi can come back out and have a good performance, a good win at 135, then I think that could be made.
I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. I've got one, Ez, if I can pop a question.
Yeah, let's go.
This is for you and for Mr. Jack. On that undercard, I'm just looking at the name to make sure I get it right. Was the heavyweight that there was loads of hype about? Adam Olanian. Obviously, his fight with that Bazooska. I mean, the guy looked about 20 stone. You know what I mean? It was obviously a walkover fight, but is he as good as they say he is? Because I hadn't ever heard anything of him, but the commentators and the crowd and everything, they were absolutely rip-roaring for him.
Yeah, I've not heard anything about him, to be honest with you, but like you said, there seemed to be a lot of hype around him on the night, because I didn't really follow much of the build-up for this this card. So on the night, there seemed to be a lot of hype around him and what they're expecting him to be. The opponent was, it's the opponent. When you're an heavyweight, that's the sort of opponent you need for your pro debut. I know it looked whatever, but it's a knockover job. It's this is what the pros is like. The ring walk. It's more about the ring walk, the day of the fight. What happens, to get a feel of this is what professional boxing is. This is what happens. This is how you get your. It's less about the opponent, really. And you're in there to get your knockout, to get your name, get your hype, because casual fans, when it's an heavyweight, they want a knockout. So there's not much you're going to take from that at all. There's not much you're going to take from that, but I also don't mind that. I think a young pro coming in, your pro debut, get your feet wet, you know what it's about, and then we move on now and see what he does next.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. There was a couple of other good names on that card just quickly before we pan off it. Irish amateur Bobby Flood. I have seen quite a lot of hype about him, and I've seen him in the amateurs. I think he stopped the guy in like under 2 minutes, so that was sharp from him, or on the 2 minute mark. Gary Cully had his first fight back since being beaten by Maxi Hughes, if I'm right, actually.
Yeah.
Looked well, had a shutout. And Thomas Carty, no party without Thomas Carty. He's come back. I think that will be about a year since he last boxed. He boxed in Madison Square Garden and got beat. So it was a long time coming to get him back in the ring. Good heavyweight. I've met Thomas. He's a nice lad. Comes across well. Everyone seems to get on with him. So I'm looking forward to him getting back into the ring as well.
Yeah.
Am I still on?
Sure.
Oh, good. I don't know what I pressed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're still there. Don't worry. Well, we're sticking with the heavyweights anyway. I just wanted to touch on, we've got, for the British heavyweight title, we've got TKV versus Richard Riakporhe, a fight I really like, actually. I never really liked the Richard Riakporhe versus Lawrence Okoli fight at heavyweight. I know at cruiserweight that was a big domestic fight, what everybody wanted. But once Okoli moved up, and Riakporhe hasn't fought a heavyweight before, this will be, I believe this will be his first fight at heavyweight. Or did he fight his? No, this is his second fight. He fought on the Ben Eubank 2. I believe he fought at heavyweight.
Yeah,
he boxed someone. I'm sure he got the knockout. So this fight being for the championship, TKV, who you're not the biggest fan of, but I think I think it's a good fight. I think there's a lot of questions that still need answering. Is TKV really the best heavyweight in Britain right now? Coming off that win against Fraser Clark, really good win. Really good win for TKV. I felt like Clark was there to get hit. Clark played into TKV's hands, making the fight be a rough inside fight where they're leading on each other. A lot of body shots going in. So I'm looking forward to seeing what TKV can do with a big puncher like Riakporhe, a long guy who does use his range really well. I don't believe Fraser Clark used his range at all with TKV, and I think Riakporhe will get that. He'll use his range. He's got a devastating right hand, very good right hand as well. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I really am. What do you think?
Yeah, do you know what? I am looking forward to it. I know in the past I've not given TKV the nicest of compliments at times, but he has done what has been in front of him. And, you know, he did make a bit of a show of Fraser at times. Again, Fraser wasn't at his best. Not saying that Fraser's at a better level. He just didn't do anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, TKV... the size could be an issue if he leans, if he has the chance to lean and maul Riakporhe, you know, put that weight on him. Will Riakporhe be able to recover from that? How will he be able to maneuver around him? Is he nimble enough? And then, as you say, can he take Riakporhe's power? Because at the minute, most people just cannot take that right hand when he lands.
Yeah.
It was Tommy Welsh. Scott Welsh's son, Tommy Welsh's son.
That's who it was, yeah.
Yes. And he wasn't a big heavyweight, really. Tommy's not a massive heavyweight, so it's a good test for both fellas, really. I'd say a step up for TKV in the sense of, a good challenge and hopefully someone who's coming to fight and win. And then, as you say, for Riakporhe, he'll probably be the first real heavyweight he's got in there with. So, do you know what? I bet it's an absolute barnstorm of this fight. I actually think it'll probably be a really good fight.
I agree. I like it. I think it's worthy of a British title fight, heavyweight title fight. Riakporhe had a really good cruiserweight career. I say, really good cruiserweight career. And yeah, I am really looking forward to this fight. It's probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most on that card. We've got also Tyson Fury obviously fighting Makhmudov. We're hearing that Fury and AJ, there's an agreement in place, according to Gareth A. Davis from TalkSport. There's an agreement in place for that fight to be at the end of the year. What do you think happens in the Fury Makhmudov fight?
It's a walkover for him. No disrespect to Makhmudov, I like him. He comes across as a genuine bloke. He's a big, scary fucker. You wouldn't want to bump into him down a dark alley, that's for sure. But Fury runs through Makhmudov very easy. He was hurt to the body against Cavallal, so there is weaknesses there. At times, it did look like even Dave Allen had hurt him, had shook him a little bit. So, and as we know, Dave has power, but he isn't. He doesn't have quantity. Do you know what I mean? It's the odd one bomb thrown in every now and again. So for Fury, and he can't move Makhmudov. He's not a good mover, so Fury's just going to absolutely toy with him. I think he could probably even get a stoppage later on just by wearing him down. It's a good fight. It's a good fight for Fury to come back to, because at the minute Makhmudov's name's holding a lot of weight, but in reality, it's an easy fight as well. I think that's why AJ wanted to book that fight into originally.
Yeah, I agree. I think I actually think Fury stops him. I think Fury stops him. I think Makhmudov throws every shot he throws is hard. I don't believe he lands on Fury clean. I think Fury dances around him early, and then I think Fury leans on him and probably stops him late because Makhmudov will get tired just from moving. And then once Fury starts using his weight, putting the fight on the inside, and really them clubbing shots is what will do it with Makhmudov. And the body work. Fury can stop him to the body. Makhmudov doesn't like it to the body at all. I think it's a walkover. Moving over to the other half of that potential fight with AJ. There's rumors that he's going to be out in the summer. There's certain people that are saying Dave Allen is a very high possibility to get that fight. It's between Dave Allen and Dillian Whyte. Which of those two would you prefer to see, firstly?
So being upfront and frank, obviously, I think me and you are on the same page with this. Both AJ fans, both Dave Allen fans, as the local lad in a bit of like a local hero. AJ flattens both of them. I think he stops Dave Allen, even though he's known for his chin. But I think he even easily flats. Is that a word? He goes through Dillian Whyte even easier than that. Dillian is shot to bits. Shouldn't be going back in the ring. The Dillian Whyte fight makes more sense because of the build-up. I mean, the build-up will be fantastic. The grit, the needle, the fucking gloves are off and all that stuff. It'll be great. But he'll do Dillian very, very quickly. As for Dave, I mean, it's a great fight for Dave, but do we want to see it happen? Do we want to see him get absolutely Tommy tanked by AJ? I don't personally. But if the money makes sense and the numbers make sense for Dave, he's going to take it with both hands. He's never going to turn that down. I reckon Dillian will be asking for about $500 million, won't he? Dillian will be asking for fucking ridiculous money to get.
I have a feeling that's probably why Dave Allen's name is in and around the conversation, because it might be difficult to make that Dillian fight. Dillian coming off a loss to Moses Itoma in 2 rounds. Does he want to put his name up there in a rematch to potentially get flattened by AJ of all people? I don't know. The money definitely will have to be right for Dillian Whyte in that. I would prefer to see the Dillian Whyte fight, not because I don't like Dave Allen. I like Dave. If Dave gets a fight, I will be hyped for him. I'll be buzzing for him. But I don't believe he wins that fight. I don't believe Dillian beats AJ either. I think they both get stopped in that fight. But I believe they both get stopped. I do believe that Dillian gets stopped easier than Dave does. Dave knows how to survive. I think Dillian is shot worn. I don't believe he can hold a shot anymore. I think anytime he gets touched, his legs go. His legs are no longer there. His legs wasn't there against. Was it Tete? Is it Tete? That was horrible. Yeah, that was horrible. And then he fought Moses, and Moses, to be honest, didn't give him a chance to breathe really in that fight. And I believe that's probably what's going to happen with AJ. I think AJ will go blast through him, especially if Fury gets a stoppage against Makhmudov. I think AJ will go for the kill and stop Dillian quite early, and I'd love for that fight to be signed in the ring. Just Fury get in the ring after, sign the paperwork there and then, so we know that once you leave this ring, we don't have to go on Twitter tomorrow and listen to IFL interviews of Fury saying, "Oh, he don't want to fight," and "Oh, I'm the A side." I don't want to hear none of that. I just need this fight to be announced the moment AJ wins in the summer. In my opinion, that's all I want. That's all I want. That fight to be done. We can finally get it and just move on. Speaking about moving on, we've got Oleksandr Usyk, who AJ's training with at the moment. He's in Usyk's camp. Usyk obviously fighting the kickboxer Van Herden, or whatever his name is. Do you know him?
Herden, yeah. How has this been approved for the belt? Can I just ask that?
Listen, Tyson Fury versus Ngannou was approved for the belt. What?
It's just
it's the WBC. It's the WBC. What can we say? What can we say?
I think I don't know how to word this in the right. Usyk's been an amazing servant to the sport. I don't actually think he gets as much credit as he deserves for what he's done in the cruiserweight division and then to come up into the heavyweight division. I think Usyk's, for those who don't like him or call him like not a true heavyweight, it's again, we're in that era of when Wilder was heavyweight champion. It's because of who's around you. They're the only people you can box. But I mean, Usyk's beaten AJ, he's beaten Fury. He's got no peers. I think. Then Andy's boxed a good Dubois. Dubois is dangerous, and then handled AJ. So I don't know why he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves, Usyk, at times. So him taking this money fight as the payday, he's probably on his last legs. I have heard that his injuries are a bit more severe than we think, so he's not got long left. I know he's said he's got this Rico Van, whatever his name is, and then he wants to fight
3 fights.
3 fights, he definitely wants. He says greedy belly, doesn't he? So that's Tyson Fury again, which no one wants to find.
And then I think it's going to be the winner of Wardley versus Dubois, which we'll touch on next. He says the winner of that, and then the Fury. But unfortunately for him, Fury won't get to that fight. He'll be tied by then. But yeah, moving on to that fight. The Dubois versus Wardley. This is a very intriguing fight for me. Looking at it, you're looking at where the fighters are. Wardley is on an absolute hot streak at the moment. No one can seem to stop him. The winner of a Huni, then going straight into a Joseph Parker fight after that, beating and stopping Joseph Parker. And now the Daniel Dubois fight. On the other hand, Daniel Dubois coming off another loss with Usyk, and before that, who did he box before that?
AJ.
Was it AJ? Was it AJ before that, or did he fight in between?
It's stopped AJ, didn't he?
So yeah, coming off the stoppage of AJ, and then him getting stopped by Usyk after that, because he was meant to fight Joseph Parker, pulled out of the Joseph Parker fight, and then ended up getting the Usyk fight. So Dubois coming off a stoppage loss from Usyk, and Wardley coming off a stoppage win from Parker. Funnily enough, both of those two lost by stoppages who were supposed to fight each other. What do you make of this fight? Because I find it intriguing. I don't know, because Daniel Dubois, although he lost to Usyk, Like nobody,
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't picking him to beat Usyk, and I don't think there was many more picking him to beat Usyk that second time. So how Dubois dealt with AJ and what he did with AJ, can he do that to Wardley?
I think so. I definitely think so. I think. Sorry, mate. I've coming off a chest infection. Sorry for wheezing.
No, you're good.
Wardley's got the momentum, hasn't he? Obviously, I mean, and he just seems to be like that unstoppable force and the man who can find a way. So coming in off Parker, he dealt with Parker very well. He traded when he needed to. He impressed me in that fight, even though Parker looked well at stages as well. At the end of the day, he's just dismantled Joseph Parker, former world champion, and someone who's been on a fantastic run as well, by the way, since partnering up with Andy Lee and they got the tactics right. He got battered by Hooney before that, 11 rounds or something daft. Found the way, which is what counts. No one's going to remember that in so many years' time. Hooney's just going to be a name on BoxRec.
Or even when they do remember it, they'll remember it in a favourable way towards
for the knockout.
It won't be remembered for the he was getting battered. It'll be remembered of he was losing a fight and he came out and won. That will be the praise. It won't be any downfall. But yeah, carry on.
No, you're right, mate. So you can take that in two ways. So the first being that he can be outboxed, which we do know. Fabio's not a fantastic boxer. He's just an absolute machine, and he's got that power that can stop somebody. He seems to have a fantastic chin. And then on the other hand, take it as he finds a way. He found a way to survive with Clark in the 12 rounds. It was very close. I don't mean it survived like he was getting beaten, but I was front row for that. It was neck and neck, toe to toe. Then comes back and it absolutely shatters Fraser's face. Wardley's coming into this with massive momentum. He's still young enough, and I don't know how to word this. He's young enough and inexperienced enough that he's still going in there gung-ho and brave and all guns blazing. See, Dubois lost that now because of the defeats and because he can get hurt. Now Dubois just has that ridiculous power. I think Dubois is the better boxer, but he's not a fantastic boxer. He's got a good jab, like a good ramrod jab, but he's going to have to keep Wardley off the entire time. I don't think he will be able to. It's all going to go down to who lands first, and that might sound really cliche in heavyweight boxing, but Dubois doesn't like being hit. Do you think Dubois has got enough power to sleep Wardley quite early?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If one thing Daniel Dubois has, it is power. I think it is a question. It's two questions. Can Wardley take Dubois' power? And has Dubois got the heart to get up if he gets put down by Wardley? Because we know Wardley can punch. We know he can punch from round 1 to round 12. We know he's got that. And the thing with Wardley is he's a great finisher. If he gets you hurt, believe he won't stop punching. But that's where Daniel has a chance, because when Wardley gets hit, he likes to trade. So Daniel needs to be first and third, because if he touches Wardley, Wardley will swing.
Yeah.
Wardley will swing. And if he catches Daniel, it's for me, it's Daniel's heart over Wardley's chin. This is what this fight is. It's which one holds up. Because I think if Daniel's got the heart, I believe Daniel can win this fight. I think he can win it on points. I think Daniel's a better boxer than Wardley, although I do like Wardley. I think Daniel's a better boxer than Wardley. Bigger puncher. I don't know. I don't know. The power is pretty similar in my eyes. I think So yeah, I love the fight. I love the fight. I can't wait to see who wins. If Daniel Dubois wins, I do not want to see an Usyk trilogy. I think Dubois needs to fight Ajit Caballel, if that's the case, or Usyk needs to fight Ajit Caballel. One way or the other, Ajit Caballel needs a shot as soon as possible. Moving on to who else did we have on there? I wanted to touch on Callum Simpson and Troy Williamson. Troy Williamson obviously being pulled off of that card, that Fury Makhmudov card, and is now slated to fight Callum Simpson on Boxer for the rematch. Troy is now signed to Matchroom. I'm not sure when this fight is getting place, but the whole thing about this fight, I felt like it should have been dealt with a lot sooner. At the end of the day, everyone knew what the contract was. If Troy was to win the fight, there was a rematch, and that had to happen. I think Boxer has messed about and not done what they said they were going to do, because they activated the rematch clause, and now we're how long down the line and we still don't have a date for this fight. I feel for Troy Williamson in the sense of he needs to carry his career on, and Callum Simpson, I think Boxer needs to do a better job with Callum Simpson.
Absolutely.
A lot's going on in boxing at the moment. We've got Zuffa signing with Sky Sports as a broadcaster. So that's Zuffa in England now. They have a home. They've also said that I think they said that 5 shows this year in England. That's what Dana White said. And I'm still waiting to see what happens with this Conor Benn versus Regis, whether this actually happens. Because, like I said, with Zuffa not being the promoter of this card, that seems to be there seems to be an issue with that, because this is supposed to be Conor Benn's $15 million or pound fight, and supposed to be promoted by Zuffa. I'm not sure how they're getting this off, but if they do, I have seen pictures of Conor Benn, and Conor Benn looks ill. Conor Benn looks very, very, very drained at whatever weight he's at now. I wish I'd put the picture. I wish I'd got the picture up actually. But Conor really looks drained. Regis for me is a better boxer than Conor. It just goes on how much has Regis got left. In my opinion. Let me see if I can find that picture.
I just really want Regis to put it on Conor. I mean, we had this discussion last week, I think, wasn't it, on your space? So I like Regis. I think he's done a lot for the sport. He's been in some great fights, and he is a great fighter. He's obviously very much at the twilight of his career. So it's a big money fight against a big name. Well, big name for both guys. I just really hope he puts it on Conor. And maybe he's too much for him. You just don't know, do you? We don't know how good Conor is. We can't go off. We can only go off the first performance with Eubank, in my eyes, because it was a good fight. But obviously Eubank got the job done. I just don't think you can go off the second performance, because Eubank was just a shell of a Eubank. I'm really hoping that there is still something left in the tank from Regis. And we just go from there. Jack Gladman's just commented saying Prograis versus Ben won't happen. Is that all to do with Eddie Hearn and the contracts and the courts and stuff like that, mate? Is that what you're saying with that?
It's very quiet. I was expecting a bit more on this promotion. What are we, a month out now? I think we're a month out of this. Was it April the 21st? Is it the card? I
think so, mate.
So we're a month out, and we're not hearing too much about this fight. I'm trying to find this picture of Conor Benbow. I can't find it. But yeah, that is. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on tonight, mate?
Just as what we've coming up, really. We've not. Oh shit! Have I done it again?
Oh, what have you done? Oh, what have you done? I
back.
wanted to. I did. You are back. Go on, Siege. There is something I wanted to say, but go on.
Just some fights coming up. Obviously, there's quite a lot of excitement. Chisora Wilder again, fantastic. I am excited for that one. Caroline Dubois versus Terry Harper. Also, Lauren Price coming back to the ring. She hasn't boxed since Tasha Jonas, so that'll be a fair old while as well. She's coming back in. Nina Meinke is defending her IBF title as well in Germany. So yeah, there's lots of good boxing coming up, mate. It's exciting times for us. Very exciting times.
There is. There's something I want to play before we. Yeah. There is. Yet again, the 505 is throwing another watch party, and it is for the Wilder versus Chisora card. I'm just going to play this promo video. This is from previous watch parties, and I'll stress it, there's no other watch party like this one. These watch parties, they are amazing. Shiesty puts on an absolute sick event. The event is absolutely from start to finish. We have panelists on to call the fights, talking about the fights, and then after, it's all party. Just have a look at this video. The nights are amazing, absolutely brilliant. But that will be 4th of April in London. If you want to know any more about it, there's a link in the banner going along the bottom of the screen. Click that link and get yourself a ticket. God, it's flying in my room and it's really annoying the hell out of me. My boy Joshua Boateng is out this weekend. He's fighting for the second time this year. Back out again in Italy. In an 8-rounder. Hopefully this time we've got judges who has their eyes open and can score a fight properly. Because last time out he got given a draw, and myself, I have no idea how they scored that a draw. Jack says, can I call out any boxing, please? Yeah, you can call out. Jack, I sent you the link. I'm sure I sent you the link to call out. But we'll go in a minute. We'll read these out. Leaving me out. Leaving me out of Adam Heppel's career timeline, but mentioning Malcolm McCallum manager. Please call it out. Yeah, Jack. Any boxing, not giving Jack credit for Heppel's career, even though Jack got Heppel his big title fights. One, his fight against Brad Ray, and also his fight against what his name now? Jack Chelly, sorry. God, my mind's going blank. Jack, I sent you the link. I did send you it, but we're going now anyway. We're going. We're only doing 45 because CJ's a gym owner now. So, oh yeah, CJ, shout out the gym. Shout out the gym.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, I've got 2 shout outs tonight. First one being, I'm cutting it short because it's mine and our lass's 3-year anniversary. So I have promised I will get down there and get a bottle of wine down with her. I've not seen her today. Yeah, 3 years of putting up with me, mate. She needs a Victoria Cross, doesn't she? Never mind a fucking wedding ring.
Congratulations.
But no,
I'm sure. I'm sure I had like an applause in or something.
Yeah, it did, mate, yeah. But yeah, secondly, Monday morning opened up my gym. So yeah, SP8 Boxing Academy actually has a home. It was busy today. I'd had plenty of people in through the doors. My main man Ez has been in and visited. So yeah, it's been fantastic. It's going to be a long road. It's got a lot of work that needs doing, but yeah, it's a start. And I'm aiming to bring Selby's first real champions in. Do you know what I mean? I've got a young lad with me, Anthony, who trained today. I'll send you some clips. In fact, for those who watch or listen to Crossroads in Boxing or follow me, Eric or Ricky on socials, it's the lad who nearly burst my fucking ball sack about 6 months ago with that massive body shot when he missed it. When he missed the body pad. Anthony, yeah, he's a real talent. Looking forward to getting him in the ring. Tom, one of my fighters, looking to be 4-0 this year with me. Got a good little, only a little stable, mate, but that's what it's about until we get our name around. So yeah, thank you for that, mate. I actually forgot about the gym for a minute then.
Nah, I didn't forget. Don't worry, Katie's going to be down on Tuesday for a session.
Yes,
She's
mate.
been
Yes,
in my head. First thing, I've told her. She came in over there. I was like, CJ says you can go down on Tuesday. An hour later, oh, when are we going to CJ's? I was like, I just told you. You know, you just want to ask. I don't know why you just want me to reaffirm what's happening. But yeah, she's really looking forward to coming down.
Oh, buzzing, man. I'm buzzing to have her again, mate. It'd be good. Yeah. So anyone on here who listens, who's local or not even too far, feel free to give me a message, come down. Or if you're mates with Eric or Ricky, just give them a message and I'm sure they'll pass it on to me, no problem at all. But not Jack Gladman. Jack Gladman's not allowed.
Jack's got fighters lined up for you, don't you worry. Jack's got fighters lined up. No, thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone. I know it was just a show talking. I know about the heavyweight division mainly, but it's good to just have a random chat, really, not too much. Jack did want to come on. I did send him the link. It must not have gone through for some reason. But Jack, we will talk anyway. Next week we'll have you on, Jack. Next week, and you can tell your gripes about not getting your credit, because I believe everybody who does the job for people deserve the credit. But yeah, that's us out, I believe. Let me see. Yep, 49 minutes. CJ, say your goodbyes, brother.
Night, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, it was a bit of just a chatting away show about heavyweight division, but we'll get some stuff planned in. We've all been a bit mad busy, as you see. There's 4 of us now, and still we're struggling to get through with each other at times. But yeah, we'll get back on track. There's a lot of boxing to come up, so yeah, keep posted, and thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, as CJ said, we'll be back to regular programming soon. Ricky's shows on a Sunday. We will be having 2 shows more regularly once Ricky shifts patterns and sorts out and everything. But yeah, Ricky and Dan will be back. Jack Gladman is always a special guest, but he's part of the family as well. Always willing to come on and talk to us, and gives me quite a lot of information on boxing, actually. So credit to him. But yeah,
he's a nosy
peace
cunt.
out, people.
Four lads talking straight, from the yard to the gym to the gate. Yorkshire hearts, yeah. We say what we see. Crossroads boxing, where the fighters meet. Eric ERF in the van, gloves laced tight, graft on his hands, ready for the fight. DJ Spade on the pass, throwing jabs and hooks, building up plans with that fighter's look. Ricky hand off the tracks, footwork on point, back from the night shift in the ring, he'll join. Dan Thomas with the keys, unlocking the ring, ready to twist, let the bell start to ring. Crossroads boxing, no time for fiction. Your shot grit in every direction. Step in the ring, feel a connection. Fights, interviews, bold predictions, crossroads.